Good morning, this is day 9 and we had a lovely stay at Gîte Saint-André. And our host Victoria was just as sweet as can be, and her husband Michel, they're really just great hosts. Their house is just laid out like, it's only 2 years in business, but it is absolutely laid out with every possible nuance you could imagine as a pilgrim. So, and it was quiet last night. I didn't sleep very well. Despite my trying to avoid catastrophic thinking, I went there. Yeah, it was a bit of a rough night. We have the second part of our very steep descent today. And in some cases, it's supposed to be a little bit more difficult. There is an uphill portion, of course. And we're going to be tackling that first. At the moment, we're heading down into the little town, which is a downhill thing. This is going to be roughly about a 16-kilometer day, I think, around that, or 16 or 18 or somewhere in that region. It is not very chilly this morning. Feels like it's in the mid-40s. It's going to be sunny all day. We're going to enjoy this because next week, apparently it's going to be raining for 5 days straight, so that's going to be not fun. Good morning. Along the way, we befriended a dog. Or should I say, he befriended us. Clearly his job was to take care of the cows, but he found us pilgrims to be way more interesting. I think he got a little carried away and followed us for quite a distance until it began to cause us some concern. Thankfully, the owner eventually retrieved this wayward canine. Even though I talk a lot about living in the moment and observing the beauty of the world, I'll be the first to admit that I don't always do that in my everyday life. When my day is as simple as walking, however, it's hard to ignore. This was especially true when right in front of my eyes winter transformed to spring. Had I stepped through a kind of Camino wormhole? Maybe. Another tough day on the Via Podiensis. This was the second day of this very slow, long, descending path into the valley, whatever the valley's called, I can't even remember. It's more of a slog than anything else, but the good thing is that we have now gotten to the point where the elevation is low enough where we feel like spring has sprung at last, and there's lots of blooms. And another thing that's new is lots of cows out. That was fun to see this morning with the young'uns. The blooms are just beautiful. So that was really nice to see. And that is different from what we've encountered so far. We've come through no towns at all. So it's not even an option to have a break with coffee and whatever. There is a town coming up here, and so what time is it now? It's like 10 to 1. We've got maybe 4 kilometers left. It's really hard to know, but that's not just, you know, an hour's walk. That's maybe 2 hours walk with this, going through all these rocks and dry leaves. And, you know, just the general decline that we're dealing with. It's just really slow going. There's always the promise of a town that might have some coffee, and we could certainly use that. This place that we think we're coming upon is fairly close, so maybe within the next half hour. So these are the very simple needs and desires when you're on a long walk such as this. But again, the weather is holding. We are really having some spectacular sunny afternoons and mornings. As I previously said, we're expecting a lot of rain next week. So we are really reveling in the sunshine in the meantime.
You're back on the road. Yeah, I have this thing down here.
Yeah. And I mean, the road does veer that way, but we don't stay on it.
Yeah, we don't go that road, we go that road.
Right.
And we're right by the crossing of the roads.
Shall we be road warriors instead of,
Yeah, let's be road warriors.
let's do it.
Let's be bold.
We're not going to be forest rats.
That's right.
Road war-
Compared to our experience on the Camino Frances, the Via Podiensis feels like a series of smaller trails duct taped together to form a whole. There have been odd turns that have taken us into forests or seemingly unnecessary uphill climbs, only to be spit out on the same road we had just left. We realized this fairly early on, and if something didn't feel quite right or logical, we looked at a map and took our own path of least resistance. Today's trek was brutal on our legs and feet. I used to think that going downhill was always easier than uphill, but I've been proven wrong again and again on these long walks.
All right.
All right,
It's
then.
because
Go
they're
ahead.
digging a ditch down there.
Should we let Nina know to follow?
I think I'll stay here. She's not far behind. By journey's end, we just about fell into town from sheer exhaustion. Despite this, after a hot shower and a lovely meal at our gîte that evening, we were looking forward to another punishing day. Such is the dichotomy of walking the Camino.